Alrighty, good evening everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap. What hair I got tonight, huh? Tonight was Wednesday, the 19th of January, 2022. And today was a pretty good day of streaming. On the pre-stream podcast, we actually had some interesting discussions about engagement statistics and some of the things that have actually been doing really well here on the DSPGaming channel so far in 2022. So if you're interested in the behind the scenes of how a YouTube channel works, performance, how people's likes and comments can help with engagement, and that kind of stuff, watch the pre-stream podcast for today. If you don't give two shits about that and you just want to see gameplay, that's perfectly fine too. Speaking of gameplay, today's first stream was Skyrim Anniversary Edition. We did a lot. We took out a coven of vampires and freed a town. We went ahead and advanced the plot in a big way. The main story: search for the horn of what was it, Jorgen Windcaller. Then met up with the Blades. Actually tracked Alduin, ran into Alduin for the second time in the game. Had a major boss fight against one of the named dragons, and then continued on. We have more to do, but now what we did is, because we did all that story, we're now in the eastern part of the map, and there's a whole lot of shit to do out there. We're right outside of Windhelm, but there's all kinds of other stuff to do there that we're doing. So it's been a good time. It was a great time. However, the end of the stream, I stumbled upon a cave with a bandit that has the craziest bow I've ever fucking seen. It must be like an ebony bow that drains your health. He's hitting me with one shot and taking 90% of my health bar. I'm trying everything to kill him, and it's very, very ridiculous. So I tried for like 10-15 minutes, couldn't do it. We're going to resume when I play Skyrim again from there and see if I can figure it out. So good stream of that. And outstanding amount of likes on the stream. We had over 200 likes on that Skyrim stream, which was outstanding. Then tonight's Resident Evil 4 stream, I went overtime. I actually played just as much gameplay on the Resident Evil 4 stream as I actually did on the early stream of Skyrim. I went overtime, almost 3 hours of gameplay. It was the Separate Ways expansion / DLC / post-game campaign that stars Ada Wong. We got 3 hours into it, and we're about, I think we're probably halfway, if not further, into the 4th out of the 5 campaigns. It's tough. It's actually very hard. I would even say it's probably harder than Leon's campaign. Attendance was great. We had over 300 viewers. Likes were great. We had like over 150 likes. But for some odd reason, this is the second night in a row now, support was slow. Almost no super chats, 0 members, and I think we didn't even make the first tip skull. Not that I like talking about this. Not that I want to keep talking about it. But this is now the second late stream in a row that this has happened. Yesterday with Lost Judgment, it was really badly slow. The only reason I'm playing Separate Ways is because the viewers asked for it. I actually didn't even know about it. I wouldn't have played it until the viewers asked for it during the campaign and said, yeah, we're loving your playthrough of Resident Evil 4 so much. Please, by all means, do the Separate Ways. So I'm doing it, and I couldn't believe what happened, how slow it was. I don't know why. Viewers couldn't even tell me. They were like, we would say that maybe people aren't as interested in this anymore, but look at the attendance. Look at the likes. Actually, they are. For some odd reason, the support was just slow. So here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping this is not a pattern, because the first 2 weeks of 2022 were great. Everything was great. Support was sky high. Everything. Engagement. Everything. I don't understand why the support would be slowing down like this now in the 3rd week of January. So let's see what happens. Tomorrow we got a big variety of stuff. We're actually trying out Rainbow Six Extraction, a brand new release. Admittedly, in my opinion, not a very high profile release, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not expecting much from it. The only real reason I'm actually playing it is because it's on Microsoft Game Pass. So because it's on Game Pass, I'm not going to cost me any money. I'm going to give it a look. Hello, Jasper Kitty. He just walked in. So we're going to give it a look. If it ends up sucking, we don't ever have to play it again. But if it's actually not that bad, then maybe we will play it again. So let's see what happens tomorrow on the main stream. I hope you'll come and attend, and just on curiosity's sake, right? Come on by on the main stream. Let's hang out together and see if the game's any good, and just chill. Now, on the late stream tomorrow, it's Halo Infinite. Now, Halo Infinite will be more interesting than it has been recently for a couple reasons. Number one, they added a new game mode. I don't really know what it is. Number two, they added a new event where you earn armor and upgrades and visual things for your character, and it's not tied to money or owning a pass. It's just tied to playing the game. That's cool, okay? Number three, supposedly they patched big team battles, but I actually followed that up, and on Twitter today, I saw one of the game developers post up say, man, our patch didn't really work. We tried, and although there's a little bit of improvement, there's almost none. People are dropping left and right and still can't play big team battles. So, at the very least, if you like the Halo that's been going on, there should be some new stuff. It should be refreshed and fun and different. So I hope you guys will attend tomorrow's streams and support them if you can. Now, I've made an official decision. This weekend, there will be a new Game Pass night. It will be Saturday night. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, Thursday, during the day, probably during my pre-stream podcast, I'm going to create a series of polls where you guys are going to be able to vote on games that'll be on that Game Pass night on Saturday night. It's going to be just like the last Game Pass night, an hour of each game, okay? So 2 games I've never played before, a chance to explore them and see if they're any good and if they're anything that I would be interested in maybe doing a full playthrough of in the future, okay? So tomorrow on the streams, keep your eyes peeled. I'll be posting up those polls, announcing what they are, and you'll be able to start voting, okay? All right, guys, so that's it for today. I had a great time with the games all day. I just hope that, sadly, now 2 nights in a row with slow support, that it's not a pattern. 2 nights, okay, not a big deal. But hopefully it's not something that continues. And tomorrow we got some good stuff lined up. A possible new release that could be good or could suck. If it sucks, who cares? Let's just laugh through it. And Halo is always a good time, plus new stuff in Halo. So I hope to see you tomorrow, guys, all right? Remember, like my videos, leave comments on them. It helps a lot. Thank you very much. See you in the AM. Peace out.